Yeah, that's handy. Hey inner tubes, this is a quick little story about the Dodge pickup truck that has been in several of the videos but not featured in anything yet. So one thing that's really cool that this truck does is that it is a dump truck. So this is really fun to go to the dump and pull up to the pile and push the little switch and do this and watch everybody else who's shoveling their crap out of the back of their truck onto the pile just frown and give me the oh, and then a thumbs up because it is pretty damn cool. So the previous owner, or probably the previous owner, had done this to the truck. I believe this was a farm truck. We just did some modifications to it to put a trailer hitch on it, and the reason it didn't have a trailer hitch on it before was because it interfered with the bumper going down. So we took the bumper off and quickly found out that the bumper was actually part of the support structure of the bed when it was in its articulated position. So we had to do a little bit of fabrication down here and re-rig it. So it is now re-rigged. The trailer hitches, we need to finish a little bit of wiring on the hitch. Also, some of the things that I didn't really worry about when this thing was not towing was the condition of the suspension and the steering and the front end and the whatnot. So I have procured all of the parts necessary to do a refreshment of the suspension and steering and front end and all that good stuff. So these shocks are the definition of done. So we've got new ones going to go on here today. I just want to have the suspension squared away before we start towing things, that car trailer specifically with this truck. Other people are going to be using it, so I wanted to get all the safety stuff done. The brakes were the very first thing that I did and literally replaced every part of it, including the hard lines here. So all new hard lines, all new soft lines, all new junctions, everything except for the vacuum booster. So master cylinder, new drums, new wheel cylinders, new discs, new portioning valve even, which was difficult to procure fine for this truck, but it's up under there and it's new. So all of that is new. Cab bushings actually look like they're in pretty decent shape. This is one of the things that rust out early on these trucks. There is some rust on the body up towards the front, and then back here, right here, you probably can't see that, right where the seat belt mount is, which is not great from a safety perspective. But we grinded it off and painted it with Pour 15 until we can get to doing a proper rust repair. So hopefully that stopped it from rusting any further until we can get to it. There is some body rust. We call this shaggy. There's a little bit of shagginess going on the wheel arches. Nothing too bad. The front's a little worse for the wear. So this is actually getting pretty bad. I might have to deal with this sooner rather than later. Overall, I am super happy with this thing. It has been a blast to own and drive. So anybody looking for advice on a first generation full-size Dodge pickup truck, if you find one out there, I strongly encourage you to pick it up, because these things they're not extinct, but man, if they're still out there, they were well taken care of and they're probably in pretty good shape. The ones that weren't have long since disappeared into a rust pile. Today we'll be dealing with these shocks and possibly a transmission service if we get to it. We've got the shocks here. We've got transmission filter, the gasket kit for whichever version of the transmission we've got. This is cool because having the lift and having the articulating bed makes it really easy to get to these shocks and get them out. So hopefully this isn't going to be too bad of an operation. We'll see. actually works. Wow. That one does not. How about that? That still works.
And we're going to make life a little bit easier on whoever has to do this next. Put some anti-seize on the threads. Having access to the top is nice here because you just cut this little piece of plastic. The shock absorber starts to extend and slip it right on the stud. Perfect. Just have to torque the bottoms to be done here. The handy dandy shop manual tells us we got 60 foot-pounds on the top, 60 foot-pounds on the bottom. Simple, simple. Now we're onto the front. Soak it in PB Blaster. See if we can make it a little bit easier to get this apart. Okay, the bottoms came right out. Top's being a little stubborn, so first we try some heat and elbow grease. And then a little more heat. Okay, quite a bit more heat. Not coming off, but I am able to get the nut backed off enough to get a cutting wheel underneath of it to make it a little bit easier to cut the thing off. And again, we're being nice to our future self, or to whoever happens to be taking these things off in the future, if that ever happens again, with some anti-seize on the threads. Press it, fully install it. And torque the fronts. The bottoms on these aren't torqued very heavy. That's only 200 inch-pounds. And on the top, you got to get the claw out so you can get a torque wrench on it and hold the top. And that's going to do it for part one. New chocks installed. Part two, we'll get the transmission serviced, then we'll take it for a drive.